guys, I'm Stevie, and today I've got the lovely Jessica with me.
Hi.
And we're gonna be answering some of your questions. We have not collabed in years.
No, you pointed this out since 2019.
Yeah. People keep asking for us to collab because they find our friendship really interesting, which I don't understand. We don't get it.
People in real life also find our
Do they? Tell me what they say about me.
You enjoy a nocturnal lifestyle. I mean, at one point did dress exclusively like a wizard.
I do love my wizard gear. Capes.
I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if you spent the midnight hours doing magic.
So we thought that we might give very different answers to certain advice questions. So we thought we would make some videos answering your guys' requests. I feel like I'm pretty spicy and you're pretty sweet.
How do I ask somebody out if I'm scared of rejection?
Oh, I think we're all a little scared of rejection.
There was a fluffy thing flying in on the screen.
It was wizard stuff.
How do you ask someone out if you're scared of rejection? I think that the first thing you should do is address your fear of rejection in therapy, or you can do some DIY therapy, Googling it, figuring out why it's there, tracking the root cause of your fear of rejection, and then get over it and just do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it could take a while. I mean, you might actually want to date whilst still working through your inner issues.
Like, just think of the worst things that could happen and then be like, oh, I could survive these things. Vulnerability is the secret to happiness. Brene Brown.
Oh.
I think that when people ask me about fear rejection questions, I usually really struggle to answer them. I think because I really lack a fear of rejection.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've tried to figure out why that is, and I think it's because my grandmother had me sell stuff as a kid. Like, as a very little kid, I would go door to door and try to sell things all the time, and so I just kept getting told no all the time, and I just thought rejection was like a normal thing. I really just focused on the times people said yes instead. Obviously, I still like want to be liked and all of that stuff, but also, like, I think my desires don't trump anyone else's. So if someone is not interested in me or in something that I want to do or whatever, why would that be bad? If I did struggle with that, I feel like I would try to say, oh, I'm like thankful they're being honest about something that they don't want right now.
Maybe it's a hot tip to have someone go around selling stuff.
Yeah, just go out and get rejected a bunch of times, and then you won't have a fear of rejection anymore.
Maybe go out and try practicing by going up to other people and asking them out.
Yeah, go to a bunch of people you don't want to go on a date with, and
I mean, maybe don't go out to people you really don't like, because they might say yes.
My mother is homophobic. How can I support my brother who just came out to me?
Well, firstly, congratulations to your brother. That's delightful that he came out to you, and how wonderful that you are a wonderful safe space for him.
yeah, I think the biggest thing you should do is ask him exactly how he wants you to support him through this, instead of like trying to figure out ways that you can support him according to you, because he could have a very different idea of what he wants you to do versus what he doesn't want you to do. I'm not sure if you're out to your homophobic mom or not, but if you are, then you might have some experiences that you can share with him. But at the end of the day, I think you should block and delete her. She does laugh at my jokes.
Do we know that this person is out there?
We don't even know this person's queer.
Oh, right.
Not everyone that.
I assumed everyone's queer, I'm so sorry. If you're not queer, you should be the one training your mom on how to not be homophobic. Be an ally. Get her a book.
After blocking and deleting, or
Before. Yeah, before.
Maybe try some gentle education of your mother before the blocking and deleting.
So this video is sponsored by Squarespace, an all-in-one platform for you to build your presence online. Create a website for your business, brand, or just so people from high school will know you're better than them. As many of you know, I love a good box. And do you know what boxes are made from?
Tissue, nerve endings, and a can-do attitude?
No, squares.
I feel like I was intentionally misled.
You were! Oh. Speaking of squares, let's talk about Squarespace. You can use Squarespace to make your wildest dreams come true. Assuming that your wildest dreams are sitting in a room alone and creating a website. I once had a dream where Susan Sarandon was hugging me too tight and she killed me. It was the best dream I've ever had. So I'm not judging. Squarespace has plenty of awesome features that really make your website stand out. I really love being able to connect my social media because it gives Susan Sarandon an easier way to see all my posts in the same place. I can also push content from the website to my social media, so it's a good back and forth, like what Sue Susan and I have. You can also set up an email list with Squarespace, so you can live spooky season to the fullest by randomly jump scaring people by appearing in their inbox. Usually I can only do that to my wife. Have you ever wanted to write garbage and trick people into reading it? Good for you, L. Ron Hubbard, founder of Scientology. Luckily, Squarespace has blogging and commenting ready to integrate into your website. So you don't have to use it to start Scientology too, but you technically could. So check out squarespace.com for a free trial. Click the link in the description. When you're inevitably overtaken by greed and need it forever, go to squarespace.com/Stevie for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Are you upset about being misled?
Deeply upset. Although, now thinking of creating a Squarespace website.
Are you?
So pros and cons.
How do you know?
Sorry, we haven't mentioned I'm dying in this video.
How do you know if somebody on a dating app doesn't want to talk to you or is just busy?
Let it be.
Yeah, my answer is who cares?
Alright, that's a bit harsh.
I know, it is a little harsh, but also
Clearly
like...
this person cares, because they're asking.
Listen, you do not need to care, honey. You can just move on, not respond to them, don't even think about it. You should only be talking to someone on an app who is enthusiastic to talk to you and is giving you time. It doesn't matter if they're not interested in you or if they're just busy. Block and delete.
It can be very difficult when you're in the thick of dating to believe it, but there is someone out there who is, as Stevie says, deeply enthusiastic about you as a human being and who you do not need to chase. Your name will pop up on their phone and they'll be like, oh my God, and immediately respond. That person is out there.
To me, it doesn't matter if they aren't interested or if they are just busy, because both of them have the same result. Except one of them is an excuse for you to be mean to yourself, if that's true. What you would do with that information for both of those things would be the same.
I'm personally never too busy to text my wife back.
Oh, Josie's too busy to text me back. Though if I don't text you back, you're like, what's wrong? I think something's really wrong.
Yeah, because you're always on your phone.
I always text you back.
Should I get an autism and ADHD assessment behind my parents' back?
Yes.
Absolutely. You know your brain better than anyone else.
I have so many questions for you. Why does it have to be behind their back? What is their reasoning for not getting one? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, lots of parents.
Block and delete them.
Often I think it's because the parent has bought into the rhetoric that autism and ADHD is in some way caused by a parenting failure. But yeah, it doesn't mean it's true.
Do it behind their back. What really sucks is that this is an opportunity for your parents to be excited about learning something about your neurotype, like the type of brain that you have and the type of person you are. It's not like you're going to get an assessment for some terminal illness or something that can be quite scary or maybe sad for some people. So I hope that you have people in your life that are excited with you to go on that journey, and definitely do it behind their back.
And if they're not excited for you, we're excited for you.
Yeah, your lesbian aunts. Aunts? Aunt.
How to deal with burnout when capitalism won't allow you to rest?
I have no idea how to answer that question.
The existential dread.
Join a cult. Move to a commune. You know, that is something that I admire about cults. The whole socialism aspect.
I could really see you starting a cult.
I don't know about a cult, but definitely a commune. I would love to have a commune.
It would get culty. I could see it.
No, like actually, what's our advice? How do you become a landlord? Because that's a fake job. Check yourself into rehab. Lie and say that you're addicted to drugs.
What? How? What?
I'm just trying to think of like ways you can rest. Find a couple that wants to be a throuple and join that, and then rest for a year.
Surrogacy?
Oh, be a surrogate.
No, none of our answers. Absolutely none of them.
If you're a surrogate in the UK, you can't get paid to do that, but in America.
Move to America? Don't move to America.
Yes, move to America to avoid capitalism.
Get a hobby, and no matter how much.
Open an OnlyFans.
Wait,
Start OnlyFans.
you cannot.
Post some pictures to WikiFeet.
Would you absolutely stop? Knitting. Take up knitting. But only knit for your friends, never commercially knit.
Well, then how do you survive a year with no income if you don't charge money for anything?
Well, you have a job as well.
Oh, right. Well, how do you recover from burnout if you have a job?
Nice things you can do on the side.
Why would you want to add more things to your plate if you're in burnout?
Better. No, the other you just sat down having a little knit.
I think the cult is the best
Make
answer
yourself
so
feel
far.
a bit better. I mean, I think the throuple idea wasn't bad.
Yeah. Do you have a spare room?
No. I don't.
My plan is to make this video series to bring Jessica to the dark side. She's agreed with me about thruples and cults.
That was accidental.
Well, I think that was amazing. I have really enjoyed this. We have to make more of these, but I don't know. We'll see if they like them enough. If you like this video enough, we'll make more.
We will, including the one that's on my channel.
Anyway, there's a bunch of links in the description to go and check out Jessica and her lovely wife. They make videos. They're great. But the video will be in the description as soon as it is uploaded. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and my box. And if you would like to join my patron family, there's also a link in the description. And we do lots of fun things like chat on Discord and Instagram shoutouts and stuff. Anyway, what should we do? Should we go have dinner? Aunt. Have you tried day nurse?
Like the thing we give to children.
Yeah. You give it to children? I don't think so.
Day nurse and night nurse, yeah.
You give it to children.
Don't we?
It has opiates and a stimulant in it.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Although opiates as a child is a very me thing.
The dogs are out.
The dogs are out.